Hey, what's up? What's up, everybody? Welcome to 10 at 10. Well, it's 9:17 and 9:17, or whatever the case may be. Give me a few moments while I get everything else started up as well. But today, what I want is I am going to be looking to try and find a REIT that will work best for my portfolio, or just a good REIT to begin with. So, without further ado, one subscriber from Thelma 1 hour ago. That was the last subscriber I got? Really? No, that's ridiculous. If you guys are commenting in the stream or liking it up, I can't tell right now because I'm not currently on the actual URL. However, I'll be there in literally T minus 5 minutes. I gotta like relog into all these systems that are always trying to keep me out, and it's just yes, come on. Alrighty. Oh yeah, guess what? Maybe it did work that time. Open up the vault. The vault is opening currently as we speak. Ah, man. Come on, give me the videos. Put me in, coach. I'm ready to play. Guys, everybody that joined me over the live stream over on Facebook, thank you. I appreciate it. It was really nice. It was cool. It was awesome. Usually we get a lot more views than that, but sometimes it's just a tough crowd, so I'm okay with it either way. We got one watching right now. /woo! M1 announced the ability to buy and sell individual stocks, funds, and pies. That puts it on par with Stash. I know. It does. It's crazy. I think, like I was saying before, M1 is going to be superior as regard to functionality. So, what does that all mean? Let me just update this real quick. And nobody's hit the like button yet, but the coins are now activated. So go ahead and get your coin on. And edit that. And delete that. To zero. Alrighty. It is almost tied between Slash and Tim. However, Tim right now is MVP by just a hair, 100 coins or so. Cool. And let me just check to make sure that everything is up and running. For every like, we give away 500 coins. I'm watching you while studying for a final tomorrow. Thanks for joining, Louise. I appreciate it, man. Yeah, so the reason why I want to add a portfolio, an REIT to my portfolio, I already have one. Did that not get applied? Everyone in the chat didn't get 1,000 coins. Yeah, I got to give it away again. Reward coin. Reward 1,000 coin. All right, let's see if this works now. There we go. Now it worked. There we go. Got to update it real quick because now you're in the lead. Hobbit. Cool. Cool. Wee. Yeah, so on my Robinhood account, on my stash account, obviously I'm exposed to an REIT. I plan on being exposed 25% to that REIT. Currently, as it sits right now, I think it's at like 14%. Or actually on Stash Invest, it's actually lower than that. I think it's 2%. On Stash Retire, it's at 14%. So I plan on getting that up to around 20, I believe, percent. Or 15%, I think, of my entire portfolio. So I'm super excited to see how that will turn out. But I do also hold one share of that stock. It's called SCHD. I hold that over on Robinhood as well as a kind of just an ETF that's going to expose me to an REIT. Actually, it's called SCHH. My bad. SCHD is the iShares dividend ETF, but it's called SCHH, and that's the iShares basically REIT ETF, the US REIT ETF. And I do like that one. I mean, obviously, I'm down on it right now, 10 or 11%, but it's a long-term hold. So I'm just kind of like, should I buy more here or buy more of something else? And I wanted to more specifically look into just finding a stock or an ETF. My bad. That was. Thanks, Louise. I appreciate it, man. Thanks for hanging around the channel and coming by and swinging by, saying hi and that kind of thing. What's KCoin? KCoin is my currency. Yo. Basically, whoever has the most KCoin at the end of the week on Saturday night, they get one half an ounce of gold. So right now, the current leader is /2314. He's also last week's winner, but there are people that are following closely behind him. So you can get points by watching the stream. You get like 50 points for every 5 minutes, so 10 points a minute. And then also there is ways to gamble your KCoin, and it's called you use flipcoin, and through that you can potentially win more. And so on and so forth. So I hope that explains what the coin is. It's my way of tracking how many people watch the stream or whatever, and then also it gives you points for watching the stream so that you can accrue. And then at the end of every single week, it gets reset so that next week everybody has a fresh start. So if you don't win the first week, you could potentially win the second week, and so on and so forth. I have V and Q and O in my Roth, just a small percentage. SPHD has REITs built into it as well. I think I have SPHD or was looking at adding them because that sounds true, but yeah, I don't hold SPHD. I think that's through. I know that you mentioned I'm currently holding the APPL REIT. I love let me check that one out. Let me go ahead and look at that one because what I have pulled up right now is the fact that, and thanks for hitting that like button. Here's another 500 coins into the stream. So what I have pulled up on my screen is just basically a Google search of REITs, top REITs, that kind of thing. And then what I'll do is I'll go through a list and be like, okay, I like that one. I think that's where the market's going or whatever. And so then I'll base my kind of investment on that, where I think that the market will be in the next 10 years. But that's what I'm going to do with this REIT. With the one I did is just an ETF, so I figured why not pick it up as far as an ETF goes. Let me go ahead and get the screen thing sorted out real quick. And you said APLE. Apple Hospitality REIT. I like to know when they pay a 6.68% dividend. That's pretty good. I could get down on some of that. I think V and Q is one that's held on. This is the Vanguard. Yeah, I think that one pays quarterly, which may not be what you want if you're looking for monthly. Yeah, I mean, I think that I'm just looking for some growth in the REIT industry with the stock, and then also them paying out. So I don't know specifically what I'll be able to find with that, and I might even be looking for something that is a little bit more risky, because I feel like the other REIT that I hold is not as risky, and so I'd like to dump. Right now I have 5% allocated, and I got probably like 2.5% of that into specifically SCHH, and I want to take the other 2.5% and dump it into maybe a cheaper ETF where I can buy more shares faster and quicker, maybe to get a little bit compounding, I guess, faster in that part, because I do plan on eventually adjusting percentages, and so I would like to turn up the percentage that I'm exposed into REITs, but I just don't know much about, like, I haven't really invested a whole lot into them, I guess. Let me go ahead and get the actual screen up and running really quickly. Just give me one real quick second. Thanks, Knight, for just suggesting, feel free to slap the like button. I do appreciate it if you guys do. It helps me out. It boosts the channel, boost the video, boost how many viewers get here, boost how many notifications we get, all that kinds of stuff. So feel free to hit that. I would really appreciate it. Would mean the world. Not really, but it would mean quite a bit. Replace that. Put that up there. Don't want that open. Don't want that open. Put the image on. Put the display capture on. And I will be coming in hot here in just a second. Just gotta move. Oops. Gotta keep that up there like that. Need this one. Here we go. Let me just resize this just a tad. Yo. What's up, wellness stream? That's something Gesture says over on his stream all the time, and I just love it, and I don't want to steal it because I feel like it's his trademark. But I just like how easily it just rolls off the tongue. It's like yo, welcome to the stream. I don't know. I think it's just way cool. So maybe it's just me being weird. Cool. Yeah, so this is APLE. And as far as like long-term, I guess, financials on an REIT, I don't know much on them. I did do a REIT, or a company that's trying to be an REIT, called IPR, as far as a financial analysis goes with that company. However, I don't yet understand as much about REITs as I guess I should. So I'll be doing a little bit more research on buying REITs, because with specifically reading books, I think that that's where you can find, like, you can watch YouTube videos or other people talking about investments and that kind of thing. But I think that where you get ultimately the most value is by reading a book. And I don't know if that's specifically just because it takes so long. And so the accomplishment of reading it is good. I was doing some calculations about REITs. Some of them yield enough that if you put a house type cost such as $130,000, you can get almost as much as renting that house. That's true. The only thing is that you got to be careful with like the ones that pay the crazy dividends. I mean, because they are like leveraged and that kind of thing. So you just got to be careful about that. They are required to pay 90% to shareholders of their, I think, of their income or something like that. Yeah. So I mean, this company's operating cash flow positive. As far as gross profit continues to climb about 100,000 a year. That's good. As far as operating, it still grows about the same rate year over year. So it is a growing REIT, it looks like. As far as cash equivalents and that kind of thing is total assets, there are no total assets as far as, or total current assets, my bad. As far as total assets, everything, well, the last 2 years have jumped up. The year before that, it remained the same. So I'd be interested to see where it stayed the last 3, maybe last 2 years, besides these two. So maybe like 2014 and 2013 to see if they've had a successful history as far as current assets or total current assets. And then as far as total liabilities go, nothing that really sticks out a whole lot as far as fluctuation. And their net tangible assets is $3 billion. So, which changed like little bits compared to last year. So yeah, that's the way that one works. I don't know specifically what it is. That's more, I guess, what I'm interested in is not so much their financials, but like what it is that the company actually does. And so maybe I shouldn't be going to their here. I should be going and looking at it on Robinhood. That would make a lot more sense, wouldn't it? They require you look at, oh, it's been around for a long time. For sure. Oh. Realty Income Corporation. Okay. This is what I want to look at, the 5-year. Okay, what happened up here? Let's see the max. That way I can justify a drop. Okay. I'm going to log into Robinhood real quick also, and that way I can pull it up and kind of get a little synopsis on specifically what I'm looking at to begin with. A few noties. Oh. Is a real estate company which engages in generating dependable monthly cash dividends for a consistent and predictable level of cash flow from operations. It also involves in house acquisitions, portfolio management, assets management, credit research, real estate research, legal, finance, and accounting, information technology, and key capital market capabilities. So 23% of analysis say that it's currently a buy. 8,000 people have it that are on Acorns. Oh, it's headquartered in San Diego, huh? Now we're talking. I'll buy just because of where they're at. Not really, but I think that could be potentially a good one. I'm looking for something that I guess is more of like a sector one. This one seems like they just kind of do it all. That's why I kind of like the Apple. Hey, fan of ABR. Let me go check that one. Abo Realty Trust. Which engages in provisions of loan organization and servicing for multifamily senior housing, healthcare, and diverse commercial real estate assets. It operates through the structured business and agency business segments. Show me the 5-year. Okay. $4, and what's it trading at right now? 8. What's it pay as far as dividend? 8.2. 1,000 people own this one. I gotta add this one to the wish list. Join kind of late, I guess. Nah, man, we be just working it. I just started literally probably a few minutes ago. Thanks for slapping the like button. Here's a 500 coin up. But yeah, definitely I like this one. Did I train? Okay, good. I was like, hopefully I've just not been talking on full screen the entire time with my with like my desktop not even showing. So I'm like, oh yeah, it's going from $4 all the way up to $8. Now you guys can actually like see this. So that's good. That's important. The other one I kind of did like too. Oh, I think that could definitely be. I could see myself adding that if I was looking for something, I guess, a little bit more risky than the REIT I have now as like a base, because I think that one has some successful properties to it. But let me go ahead and look at these top. Look at that one, 44%. That's because it's a leveraged. I don't know if that one's even on. These ones are all like leveraged and that kind of stuff. So I mean, like Tanger Factory Outlet, who knows what that is? There's Realty Income Group 5 point. And what are we looking at? Current price, ex dividend, annual dividend. This one's at $3 right here, and it pays at 3.96. I don't know if that's even. I don't even know if that's physically possible. WHLR. Watch this. There's gonna be like a ton of people that own it over here. Told you. Because they see that dividend, they're like, oh my gosh, I gotta buy it. Look at it. Doesn't even. Oh, right here it says. Operates through rural, which engages in accident ownership of income-producing strip centers, neighborhood groceries, anchored communities, freestanding military properties. So I think the reason why it's so cheap is because. Well, let's see. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that's why. They're just gonna adjust the dividend here in a second, I would think. They get us down almost 100% in the past 5 years. 53% in the past 3 months. Why? Maybe it's undervalued. I don't know. I don't think so. I wouldn't think so. How often does ABPR pay its? Loaded up on hats and jeans. How often does ABR pay? Let's go ahead and look that up. ABR stock. ABR stock. Yeah, it looks like dividend yield. It's 9 point. I think you got to go to here. Usually I just go to the NASDAQ and that shows me. Summary. What is this? I just want to see when a dividend is, not a quote. Yo, okay, that's great that you guys are showing me all that. Just go to ABR, man. Forecast, EPS, recommendations. I gotta go to earnings growth. Nah. Let me just go back. They're draining their stock value with the dividend. Exactly, that's what I think. Like, how could you? How could you ever do that? We could just go here to see. You just go to the historical data and then click on show historical prices, click on dividends only, click apply, and they pay, it looks like they paid May 5th, they pay quarterly, so they just paid here March. Well, they should be paying quarterly. So March, they'll probably pick it up in May, into August, November. So I mean, they do like, it looks like they have 4 times a year right there, quarterly. If you own one of those stocks, you get 0.21% or 0.221 cents. What up, Ryan? Welcome, man. Good news about M1 Finance today. That was wicked. That was pretty good stuff. Yeah, I don't know about their retail stock. I just like their area. Yeah, I'm definitely not looking into Willer then. but I think maybe so. As far as dividend yield, obviously that's going to be the highest, but I don't think that that's the best. I think what I would be looking for is I want something that's cheap, but I don't want something that's like bad price. Like I think that maybe like inland real estate. I wish that they put what they actually invested in their things. Like I think that maybe like a PIN or this one doesn't pay dividend yield, which is weird. That way I can capture the dividend a lot quicker, I guess, and then make the reinvestment and see how fast I could compound that. Let me go ahead and take a look at Trade Street Residential, TSRE. Well, actually, I think DDR maybe. I probably could imagine a DDR. A DDR. Six people own it. As far as the 1 week, is a self-administered and self-managed real estate investment trust. It is in the business of acquiring, owning, developing, redeveloping, expanding, and leasing, and managing shopping centers. Oh, so why would I buy this then? If it's literally the same thing as the last one. Thanks for hitting the like button. Sup, fam? What's news on M1? So M1 news is you can buy stock. You can just purchase. You don't have to put it into your mix. You can just buy a stock. So like if you're like, I just want to buy $20 of this stock, you can just do that if you want. Also, if you sell stock, you have the option of holding that in a cash balance instead of going back into your portfolio. So for instance, if you sold like $20 of a stock, it would just get distributed among the rest of them. However, now you can have the option of where it goes into a cash account and then you can buy or whatever. So there's a few cool things that they added that I'm really stoked about. I like also that they had mentioned offering margin accounts as well, which I'm not a big fan of margin accounts, but I think that's one way that they hope they'll be able to get funding as far as like making income and that kind of stuff. So I think that that's a good step in the right direction. Robinhood does the same thing as far as how they run their account. But overall, pretty happy with the news. I think that they're working on setting themselves apart as a superior app in the industry. So I wish that more people knew about them, because I think that if people knew, then they maybe wouldn't be so hyped up about other apps, or just, I guess, I don't know. I think that the principles that M1 applies, I think, are phenomenal, and how they let you have almost exposure into wherever you want is wicked. I think that that's cool. Retail is dying all over the world. I would focus on REITs that deal with healthcare, senior living, and some kind of That's what I'm saying. I'm like I can understand these being cheap, for obvious reasons. They're not good. That would be my understanding. I want to check out this one and then this one real quick and see if those, or this one PEI, and see if that one's also. And then from there, what I think is, I'm trying to think of where stuff would be headed, and I think that the thing I don't like about the buy, that means that you are no longer dollar cost averaging into that equity, as it would be overweight. Yeah, that's true. I think that you're correct with that. Okay, I'll have to go check that out, realtyincome.com. I'll go check that out. Yeah. What I like about that, though, that it would bring your account out of balance, but also say, I don't know, you're coming up to Netflix earnings call, and you're like, you know what, I'm gonna just buy a whole bunch of Netflix on the earning. I'm gonna take a bet on the earnings call, and so you do that, and lo and behold, it was a good earnings call. So you're like, okay, great. Lo and behold, it was a bad earnings call, so you're down. Well, then you can just flip that auto deposit back on to keep everything in balance. You know what I'm saying? So not necessarily selling Netflix after a bad earnings call or a good earnings call, but just flipping it back onto balance. So then when you're depositing back into that account, you're putting into those other ETFs, buying those ones, bringing them back up. That might be one way that you could utilize it, is by kind of gambling on earnings calls and that kind of thing. And then also say bad news comes out about a stock and you're like, oh, well, I want to buy this one. For instance, like with Facebook, you're like, oh, let me buy Facebook because, you know, stuff's happening with it. So you can just buy that one because you're like, I don't want money to go anywhere else because I feel like everything else right now is overvalued or going to stay the same for a little bit. And I feel like I've got a pretty good average. So I like those kind of the factors that go with buying a single stock. I think that it's a good tool to use in your portfolio, but not maybe the best idea all the time. Thanks for ever like the stream. Here's another 500 coins. Booyah. Booyah. And I was looking at, last one was PEI, right? PEI. Hopefully this is not another, just, let's see, of commercial properties. 13%. This looks, yeah, so this is another one. If you get, I mean, honestly, if you get the same chart as every single other one, you're doing the same thing. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to leave that alone. And obviously this wasn't as helpful. It just shows you the breakdown dividends, which I'll keep up. But I want to look at these ones right here from the Motley Fool, which they, yo, what's up, welcome to the stream. I was just talking about how you say that on your stream. I think every single time someone comments and I'm like, it is the most addictive thing to say. And I don't want to steal it, but I just keep on saying it. But I love it. I love it so much. So I just want you to know that mad props for that. I thought they were going to share how to edit pies, reorganize them without having remove them, add new pie. Yeah, it was, I guess they showed a video at the very beginning and I totally missed that. And then I got in a little bit later and I don't think there was as many questions. It didn't seem like they didn't get a whole lot of viewers. I don't specifically know what happened with it. I think that they should have went through a different platform to have the live stream, which was like through like a Facebook Live or a YouTube Live. I think that they would have got better traction with that potentially. So that's all I'm saying around there. So this one says New York mortgage. I wonder when this article is written because, okay, so it was written on the 28th. 2 Harbors investment in PennyMac. And the reason why is a sky-high dividend yield, a diverse portfolio of mortgages, high amount of leverage, Fannie Mae. Okay, so I don't feel like this is like a specific industry, so I'm not going to look at those. I like reading these, like, what will 5 to buy now? This is when you know that they're good. Because they, you know, mention them. It's so addictive. You have no idea. It is literally so addictive. So I just got to leave it alone. They are hotel operator. 5 top REITs from 2017 that will pin to soar. Oh, so they're saying hotel operators, apartment landlord, self-storage manager, PSA. Yeah, see, I like public storage because I did work in the industry or competition with them. I worked at U-Haul and ran a storage facility there, so has increasing its payout for 21 straight quarters. Okay. The best part, you can buy it cheap at 10 times FFO. Okay. What's it called? Click here to get my name, ticker symbol of these 6 REITs. Wow, really? So this is just an advertisement? Dividend growth. I guess what we want is, oh my goodness. Slowly dropping. Going ham with the flip coin. Thanks for liking my stream. Here's another 500 coins. Whoever just did that, I appreciate it. Public storage pays a 5. They've had dividend growth of. Well, so maybe I want. So what I'm looking for, I think, with that is dividend growth over the last 5 years, not just DEA, Easterly government props. Which would benefit rock solid as how DEA's currently sits at an unheard of 100%. HPT trades at an attractive times. It's no surprise the two priciest trusts are Essex and Public Storage, but those are fair price. They are both below the S&P 521, down a year ago, considering they are the fastest dividend growers in our basket. Yeah, that's crazy. Okay, let's go look here. This is what I'm looking at. Get your flip coin on. Gestures, I lose my flip coins even when you aren't here. That's the truth. So this is the one that Slash was talking about earlier. He was talking about V&Q, which is a lot of large companies and that kind of thing. This is the one that I hold right here, SCHH. I like that one quite a bit. This is another iShares U.S. real estate ETF. iShares Cohen and Steers. Other options. I'm not specifically looking for an ETF. I don't think I'm looking for another ETF to put in there. I want specifically just an REIT to go in there. And so I think what I'm going to look at is these ones right here. I'm going to use these ones kind of as my guide. Payout ratio of TATFO. When was this article wrote? That's the real question. Oh, January 9th. Oh, dude. Ha 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 ha. Double or nothing, ghost. There you go. You guys are just coining it. O has increased their dividend 22 years in a row. Yo, you be talking me up on that O, man. I just don't know if I got enough to put in it, but I will add it. I think I added it to the watch list already. If not, yes, it's on the watch list, so it's there. I think that you're right. I think that I just got to go with San Diego, right? And just wing it. I'll have to go check out what they have here in just a second. I'll leave it up so that way I can remind myself to go look at it. But I want to look at HPT and NHI. I think that those are probably the two. HPT. Alrighty. Let's look at this 5-year. Wow, that fluctuates quite a bit though. 19 to 30. You could probably get a pretty good average cost on that. Especially plugging it into a portfolio. Hotel real estate investments and travel center real estate investments. That's pretty good. I think that that's pretty good for hospitality. I think that we're going to see even more of that as we millennials move up into it. And it's 50%. I like that one. I think what I'll have to do is make a special video, give it another minute or two, and then go to quadruple or nothing. Trying to time it. NHI. I think that I might have found a winner. This one's a little bit too pricey for me. Over that 5-year though, that's good growth. We're on a down, which engages in sell, leaseback, joint venture mortgage, and mezzanine financing of senior housing and medical investments. It's hard for me to do senior housing though, because I feel like we're getting towards the tail end of it as of right now. So that's just my thought as regard to that, and that's a little bit out of my price range, not gonna lie. Realty income might be a little bit too much, but I'd be willing to do it just for the heck of it. And ESS, I think that this one's gonna be expensive. We'll see where that one's at. Yeah, so 236. That would be exposing myself to a lot. But like, look at that growth. Only 91 people own it. That's because it's so big. It's such a huge stock. But I'm gonna put it on there because when I got that money, I'm gonna want it. You know what I'm saying? When I got the money, I'm gonna want it. All right. Anyways, I gotta go look at O's website. Right out here flipping 8 coins. Yo. Guys, you don't even know who's got first, man. Tim's got first. Wow. Tim, you pulled into first, huh? Just like that. Upgrade MVP. And then I got to also update on here. There you have it. Your name is up there forevermore, man. Congrats. I expect full payment with 60% and 30% interest. You sure I'm gonna lose it all, my dude? Did he lose? Did you lose it? I don't know. I don't know if he flipped it or not. Anyways, right here. Realty income. The monthly dividend company. Okay, so they got Walgreens as their background. I don't know how I feel about Walgreens or Dollar General. Yeah, okay. Literally, they showed that company is not doing too well. This company is probably not doing too well, and this company is not doing well at all. LA Fitness, I could imagine they're doing all right. AMC 24, Walmart, okay. 3M, now we're talking. 7-Eleven, I like 7-Eleven. Sam's Club, okay. Taco Bell. Realty income. Compound average total since the U.S. listing is 15.7%. Monthly dividend, consecutive monthly dividends paid, 573. Our portfolio, here we go. I don't know why you're boasting that you have Walgreens. Okay, it's just the same thing. Top 20 tenants. Oh, this is what opportunities right here. Oh, I wanted to go to assets management first. Okay, where was the original screen that I was at? That's what I wanted. This one right here. Portfolio. The really income maintains a diversified real estate portfolio over 51 commercial properties subject to long-term net lease agreements. The properties are leased to 20 more operating in 47 industries and located in 49 states and Puerto Rico. Alrighty. Okay. And let's the top 20 tenants. G is consistently terrible. Yeah, Dollar General does great during recessions. I know that. That's why I kind of like held my breath. Like I was like, I don't think that Dollar General is going under. Coach, you didn't have to change the name. I'm going all in 3 minutes. Okay. Give Green Goes a double wide trailer. FedEx, okay. I think FedEx is going to be good. Man, they got to get rid of so many holdings in Walgreens. That constitutes for 6.5% of their income. I don't like that. I think Couch Tard, BJ's Wholesale Clubs. All right. Treasury Wine Estates, Lifetime Fitness, Regal, CVS Pharmacies. I wish they didn't have so many in them as well. 7-Eleven, Kroger, Freedom, Rhodes, Camping World. I mean, but they know what they're doing, so apparel stores. Okay, this is percentage of rental revenue. Oh, okay, so they're getting, so theaters make them the most. And restaurant, quick service. Retail industries. So these people are pretty in depth into the retail industry as well. So I don't know if I could bolster that. 75% into health and fitness. Dollar stores, 10% drugstores. 9.4% convenience. Aerospace, beverages. I'd like to see some technology in there, something. Transportation services. I don't know. Geographic diversification. This is accept invitation for moonshine and nachos. What's up, Joseph? Welcome to the stream, man. Good to see you here. Gotta get some of those coins, man. Gotta run the flip coin. You know you need it. So 99.9% leased. So California makes them a lot of revenue. Texas, I could imagine. Well, they do a really good job of keeping their properties leased. That's one thing I'm noticing as I just roll around here. Like this one, Connecticut has 91%. That's the one. That's the only one I've seen under 90%. %, right here in Iowa. That's the lowest. Which they're making 1.3%. So that might be nice that they should have it bolstered in there. Hawaii, none in there. And definitely not in Puerto Rico. They don't even have it on there. I like that interactive moonshine and nachos actually sounds good right about now. Never had moonshine, though. Probably tastes like rubbing alcohol smells. You have so much, my dude. I hate KCoin, by the way. What? Why? Why? Oh, my goodness. Tim is 42,000, and the person behind him has 7,400. Are you kidding me? You're running away with it, man. What happened to you, Slash? Slash said, I got my silver. I don't need it anymore. Office agriculture. So they have tons. I don't know if I like that much exposure into that retail. That's all I got to say there. They do have a history, but I don't know. That's just hard for me to see. Vacant properties. I think that I know which one I'm gonna go into. I have decided not to go all in. Good. I think that's the best choice that you could have made at that point in your investing journey, because the way I see it is that you could potentially have some silver sitting in your lap next week. Just saying, it could happen. Woo. By the way, guys, thanks for jumping on the Facebook live stream and helping out with the questions. Sometimes it starts off slow, especially I haven't been really active on there, so it's really, really slow. But I'll start being more active this week, and next week it's kind of like one of those, you got to build traction, and if you don't build traction, then when you go live stream, you don't get the traction. They survived the 2008 recession. / you are going to sell me on this, man, and I know that you will, which I'm okay with. But here's kind of the way that my portfolio sits right now. So these are the ones that I would be looking at right here. HHP, and ABR. I think that those ones we were kind of looking at. I think I like HPT the best. But here's kind of my portfolio breakdown as far as percents go, and I'll zoom in here on this so you can tell. As far as REITs go, I can afford about $24. And more or less, I don't want to put more than that in there right now. However, I am looking to bring that up maybe to 10 to 15% next year. So that'll be around episode maybe 350, 400 is when I make the change to make that happen. And then also maybe changing out my REITs and that kind of thing. So it'll be weird as far as that goes for a breakdown. But why do I got this one here? Call them tomorrow. I don't know why that's on there. So, yeah, as far as that goes, you're going to get nachos, bro. Trade it up. Helping out the fam. Got you, coach. Yeah, for sure. It was cool. I was a little bit out of my element tonight. It's weird because, like, that's kind of where I started live streaming was through that group. And I would have, like, 20, 30 people at a time on there. So it's a little bit different when you only have 3 people because I would be like, if you got a question, post it down below, and you would have, like, 30 questions. You're like, oh, my gosh. So thanks for helping out. It does help. I just got to now kind of realize that it might only be a 30-minute stream. And so when I go from that to here, and also another thing is that because people are on the East Coast, West Coast, that kind of thing, is that at 5:30 I was grabbing a ton of traffic because a lot of people were still up. So that's something that I might consider doing also is just making everything earlier. It's just hard because my wife gets home at like 7 on the weekdays, and it's one of those things that I would have to keep Jacob occupied while I'm sitting in front of a camera, which usually is like, here's an iPad, and I don't want to do that because Dew yells at me, that kind of stuff. So it's just bad news bears with that. So that's what I'm looking at because I really feel like I'm missing out on an REIT just having to sit cash right now. And I think that I can afford HPT right now. So I think that, and they're kind of, as far as the day goes, they mimicked each other almost. Let me look more into HPT. Let me go look at their website. Wait, you're going to, no. I was talking about the Facebook. I did a Facebook stream. A Facebook live stream before I came over and did the YouTube live stream. So I told everybody on the Facebook live stream, which I streamed to, it's a platform or a group called Stash Investors. There's like, I don't know, like I think 50,000 members or something like that. But usually I get like probably like 2,000 views on a stream. And this stream, and usually I have like 20, 30 people that are actively watching. This stream was like 5. And I was saying that was because I didn't have as much traction. And I said, so knowing that, I might have to just cut it down to a 30-minute stream. So that way, once everybody gets the noties, they just come in real quick and then peace out kind of thing. And then over to here to kind of have like an extended stream. Plus, there's an incentive for them to come over because they do get silver if they, rack up enough coins. And I figured like Tuesday gives you guys double points on Monday. So you guys can potentially get ahead a little bit. So unless they start flipcoining really good, they'll have to wait till next week to capitalize on that. CEO John Murray, maybe this will pull it up. Okay, I didn't want to pull that up. Through travel centers. I might just have to search them. Here we go. Balanced portfolio. HHP owns primarily upscale, well-located suburban new metropolitan travel centers located in U.S. interstates. Courtyard Marriott. I wonder if you get some kind of like... Oh, they own... Oh, cool. Well, that's who they rent to, I guess, more or less. Leadership. Don't need to care about their strategy. The difference. HPT. Hotels, portfolio agreements, travel centers. Invest in 2 asset categories, hotels and travel centers. We believe this provides a diversification to HPT's cash flow, as hotels and travels demand historically have been dependent on growth in the U.S. economy through initially impact at different points in the business cycle. Managed and operated 320 and 190 travel centers. Okay. Leadership. Mr. Murray, Mr. J. Murray. I don't know, sometimes I just look at these people and see if they give me a good vibe. Like, okay, this guy seems like he could be pretty friendly. This guy, not so friendly. This guy, he looks like he's pretty friendly. She looks friendly. He looks like Mr. Larkin. I used to have a professor that his name was Larkin. We'd always call him Larkin. We were like, what you Larkin about? It's back up and running. What happens is that it gets timed out because it has to post so many times. So you just got to be weary of that. HWT managers is the RMR group. So I guess if you picked up both of these, that might be like a 2-for-1. Cool. Properties. So it looks like they're pretty heavy in California and Texas, which seems about right. Don't have anything in Montana and North Dakota. Have a little bit in Hawaii. Anything in Puerto Rico? Yes, a little bit. And also in there. Okay, cool. I want to, you know what I really want to see? I want to see if there's a Puerto Rico REIT. By the way, thanks for the like, whoever did that. Here is 500 coins into the stream. Thank you. So the list of properties, here's the brands that are in there. Hotel, chain scale, upscale, hotel level service. Cool. Overview, I think, is where we want to go. And then fixed service hotels. All right. Are on interstate assets catering to professional truck drivers. That industry's not doing too good. Well, it's not that it's not doing good. It's just that there's not a lot of people that are doing truck driving, and so there's a high demand for truck drivers. So I guess if the demand picks up, this could really potentially help out quite a bit. 50%. I wonder if there's a Puerto Rican REIT, PR. Puerto Rico REIT. Let's see what's going on here. Right here, this looks like kind of an interesting one. We'll also go with this one right here as well. That's the same way I felt about Coach. He looks nice. Oh, back when you first found me. I'm waiting impatiently for tomorrow's video. It's gonna be good. I think it's pretty good. There's a part where you're gonna be like, it's not even like the beginning of it. You know, it's a little bit funny, but then there's like a part where I don't know what I was thinking, but you just have to watch it. But it's a part where there's like the only GIF that I use is Steve Harvey saying WTF or something like that. So that's at that part that for me, that was like, I was like, what the heck was I even thinking back then? I got to head out, guys, get some editing done. For sure, man, I'm going to be sending you over a clip here soon of StarCraft, me beating. I'll just try to like pick a good part where I cream individual or something like that. So it'll be just that little part of it or something. Anyways, yeah, see you tomorrow. I'll try to catch your stream as well. Hopefully you're back up and running. Later, gestures. So, Coach, looks like to put $555,000 into a Roth with costs a little over $450 a month. And I want to fill that up with not much money to put in stash. What to do? So, Coach, looks like to put $550 would cost a little over $450 a month. And I want to fill that up with not much money to put in stash. What to do? I would just do the... Well, I think that your overall goal is to retire at 53. What is WTF? Everyone knows what that is. Can't say it on the stream, man. YouTube don't like that. So I think that you got to look at that. Like, are you trying to capture the dividends to live off of from just an investment account, or are you looking to set yourself up for 59.5? Like, what's your ultimate plan, and then executing that plan? Because it would be awesome. It would be awesome to have both, and then when 59.5 rolls around, you get all that money tax free, and then still capturing some of those dividends or whatever. So that's what I would look at as far as percentages and whatever. Obviously, I think there's tax benefits to maxing out your Roth IRA as well, or putting money into your Roth IRA. So I guess look at that. Okay, sounds good, Coach. Yeah, off stream tonight. Had some family stuff to attend to for sure. I understand exactly how that is. Gonna finish up that email you sent too. Thank you for that. You're welcome, man. I hope that it helps you out as far as creating content through your live stream, and then repurposing it for the channel, because I think that would be helpful. So, anyways, I am looking over here. Okay, there's none here. Wow, what was that for? Okay, that didn't help. This is a 9/29/17. DDR Corp has 12 properties. AM Tower Court reported of the site. It's being inspected. Kimco, KIM is busy ensuring its employees are safe and providing them necessary assistance. Director of Corporate for Damage and Assistance Shopping Centers. Had 7 person in security keno on tight. Property, the Mall of San Juan. See, I'm not really looking for retail. I don't want retail. Cell towers. That would be cool. In a still process, the conducting of experiments. Iron Mountain said its facilities will be closed and all services in Puerto Rico will be sent into further notice. So I think these two, RIM, might be a good one for me. And then also CC. That one's a pretty penny. I could do that one. Let me look at it. It means when to finance. Not sure what I said about, and I said, I don't know what that means. I've totally spaced on that. Art, storage, logistics, shredding to help organizations to lower storage costs, comply with regulations, recover from disaster, and better use their information. How to follow. Public. Tackle cyber breach. Meanie. Remember we're talking about mean people? The meanest you can get is a name that has the last name Meanie. I don't know if I can. Finance is a bad word, especially if Dave Ramsey's is flagging the videos. It means when to finance. WTF. Especially finance is a bad word, especially if Dave Ramsey is flagging the videos. To clarify, bro, are you talking about putting bulk of $500 limit into another platform such as M1? I want to be set up for both. Yes, so I want to try to get the Roth filled as much as I can because my goal of being retired at 55 doesn't look good. Okay, yeah, then I think that would be the route to go around. Yeah, WTF when to finance. I totally get it now. Totally understand. PR, let's see what's going on in PR. Wow, they don't even have it listed on here. Yo, what the heck? So they said that they were invested into it, but they're not. How you gonna do me like that? Company? Alright, well, forget you. 262 cell towers. CCI. I'll view the company's website on that. I'm okay with this. Is wireless carrier with infrastructure they needed to keep people connected and running. It's the nation's largest provider of shared wireless infrastructure. All right. Oh, the reason why it said that it couldn't see the portfolio breakdown. Oh, this one doesn't even have one. Oh, it's because I want a different site. That's why. That don't make any sense. Cool. Well, I think that HPT is the one of choice for now for me specifically. We're just gonna go ahead and I think I'm gonna take a stab at it and see where it goes. That means I gotta adjust this real quick. Put it in another box. Would make it so much easier if people did it by themselves. Let's see, I need a 5 by, what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 by 5. Oh, I need one more right there. Okay. Put me in. Give me a box. Give me a box over here. Alrighty. We're going to call this one REITs. I'm just going to copy this right here and put that in here. What color is my REITs up here? They're like a what? Okay, they're that color. So, Coach, let's say I make it to 59.5. Can I pull out the dividends to live off of and keep the bulk of the monies in there? Coach, did you see my email? Yes, I did. About you sending Acorns an email about their portfolios and that kind of thing. I got your message on Facebook. Just didn't get a reply yet. So, yeah, I did see that. That's awesome. I think that something that we should be doing. I try to keep quiet because I get offended which I think it's because I've said other things about other companies and what they should do, and then they did it, and I was like, I think I should have got paid for that or should have got like recognition or something. So I don't know if that specifically has happened before, but it feels like it has. And so I don't know. For me, it's hard to do suggestions because if they take it, I don't know. It doesn't, and they don't give recognition. I don't think it's the best thing. It's like writing a paper but not giving credit. It's like plagiarizing. And I pull out so from my understanding, I think that the dividends after that point are taxable as a form of income, but I think that anything that in the account was prior to that 59.5 is not taxable or something along those lines. I'm not specifically sure exactly how a Roth IRA works as in regards to taxes because I haven't had the experience of having to pay taxes or don't know, I guess, anybody who's that age yet. But it doesn't mean that it's the case. I would just have to do a little bit more reading or browsing around the internet to figure that out. But yeah, you should be able to just keep the bulk of it in there. From my understanding, what'll happen is that it will, at 59.5, it'll become a different account, and that anything income as far as what's new will be taxable. So for instance, new dividends and that kind of thing. I would, if I was suspecting, that's what I would suspect. If I was suspecting and not prospecting. Copy this, put that down there. Okay, let's see what this one is. That's HEH. Okay, so that one plus that one. So I want to do that one plus that one. Okay, total percent is 100%. Total adjusted is supposed to be 5%, of course. And so that would be $17 per ETF. But we're gonna break the rules here, especially because it's small. But we're gonna put our first REIT in here, which is SCHH. SCHH. And for that one, we get the total, which equals C22 equals previous day's close. And then that equals is that divided by that. Equals that divided by that. And this is a percent right here. So that makes up almost 43%. And then that is going to be equals that minus that. Let me just check that again. That number's behind. Equals that minus that. Cool. And the next one that we're going to look into is HPT. Cool. I'll just put that on the question mark. Must have your contribution there, minimum of 5 years before pulling it out. In other words, if you're out of money at 59, you have to wait until for the 50. Yeah, without a penalty. Correct. Yep. It's a Roth. Nothing is taxed on the way out. Okay. Yeah, I don't specifically know a whole lot about how that works, and then I guess I just haven't done a whole lot of reading into it because I've been more figuring out how to pick stocks that are winners and not so much about the taxes on the accounts and that kind of thing, which I should be, I guess, also concentrating on, which is I really think I just need to focus on getting my financials license. However, that can be a little bit hard to. Oops, don't want that to happen. Note. And put this box around there. So in here, I just leave myself a note like, need 3 more REITs. And then we'll just put it in the center. So that way I know. So like this one, tomorrow, I'll be buying some REIT or XXII. Because it's within the price, so I can put $3.83 into it, and it's right now sitting at I think like $2, so I'll pick up some tomorrow. Alrighty. I just checked. That's what it says on Rotharia.com. Awesome slash. I read, I think all the gains and dividends after are not taxed. Oh. Yeah, so that might be, it might be better just to shift your plan to the 59.5 and just make that your target goal and go for that, which would help as far as maybe a little bit less, and then you could do a little bit more into maybe a taxable account or something along those lines. Just a thought. So it looks like big purchase day tomorrow. Cool. That'll be nice. That'll free up some little. And then I got to find, I think next weekend I'm going to find myself a different bond ETF to put in here, or a bond stock to put, bond to buy basically to put in there. It'd probably just be a bond ETF that I'll throw up in there and let it ride. Let it ride. Let it ride. Cool. Yeah, OJ unfortunately just didn't make it. They just didn't make the cut. This one I think is the winner. That's not a saying that you should buy it because I'm buying it. That's just saying that that's what I'm gonna do. So don't go buy something just because I am. Buy something because you did your own research and you believe in it. I think the Roth IRA is on the way. I wanted to go because I saw a study when people retire early, they seem to die way sooner. When people retire later, they seem to live longer. That's true. That's because they ain't got nothing to live for, from what I've heard. They get bored. So I think that it's not. I guess it wouldn't be so much retiring early. It would be finding and doing what you love after you retire, or so. So staying busy, I think, is more important. That's the point of the Roth. No tax when you take payouts. Exactly. Well, I was thinking like maybe there was tax after 59.5 or something on the stuff that's in there, but I guess not. I stand corrected. I lost. Dang, Tim, you are working your way up. You're at 50,000. 50,000. Wow, that's crazy. It's kind of hard, man. This stock right here, this one that I've been holding, XXII, that I'm gonna buy some more tomorrow. I got my average cost is $1.81. It's been dropping like substantially since about April. I mean, even before that, March. Like, look at this 3 month. Like, this is where it was a couple months ago. So I've been still holding it, but I don't know. I feel like I should have sold. I was selling some around that point also. I sold off. So I just got to buy some more. It's 15% lower. How many people own this? So many people on Robinhood own this stock. So many. That's just crazy. And look, other marijuana companies, cannabis companies. My bad. Forgive me. Cannabis. This is 100. One of the 100 most popular. Let's look at the most popular: Apple, GE, AMD, Ford, GoPro. Why are people buying GoPro? Microsoft, Facebook, Fitbit, Twitter, Tesla, Bank of America, Netflix, Amazon, Nvidia. Wow, people are actually footing the bill on Amazon. That's crazy. Nvidia, Alibaba, Snap, following Disney, Micron. I feel like what I should do is I should just go through these ones and just value analysis each one of these. Which one has the highest analysis of a buy? Cara Therapeutics. Everybody says buy them. And Amazon and Alibaba. Salesforce. Plug Power, following them. 83% buy. I think I might pick up them too. Add them to the portfolio. I don't know if they pay a dividend. I should check it out. Don't know why I'm following Activision Blizzard, but wow. Price change over 1 day. Cool. Nah, this is way cool. I didn't even realize that this was here. I feel like that's what I should do. That's what someone should do for a pie. Is just do the top ETFs on this guy right here, and just let it run for a month and then adjust it or something like that, or let it run for a year or something, and you could probably go out, change over. I mean, I don't know how they specifically figure it out. Is this like the daily most popular stocks or what? And then you could do like with a 50% rate or higher. And then boom, right here. Every single one of those. Put those into a pie. Sitting pretty, man. Let it sit for a month, and then after a month, look back over it, rebalance. Let it sit for another month, look back over it, rebalance. Ooh, man. I think that's gonna be my strategy for M1 pie, right there. And then what I'll do is 50% or higher. What I'll do is the percentage will be this times that or something. Like I'll figure out a formula. It'll be boom plus boom, or something along those lines. I think you could potentially do something way cool with that. Slash they do that do tax bracket. They convert over to traditional to Roth a little at a time for a tax break, not knowing that no taxes will be owed at time of distribution. Huh. They will do that for each. So some people do what is called a Roth IRA ladder. They roll the 401k into a traditional IRA. Then 5 years prior to early retirement, they roll 1 year of expenses into a Roth. They do that for each of those years so that when the 5-year limit comes, they can withdraw the amount rolled over 5 years prior. Oh, okay. And not knowing that no tax will. Okay, cool. Right. For early retirement, they get around the penalty for withdrawing before 59 because it is counted as withdrawing contributions. Scary strategy if all those take a hit or in a huge economic downturn. I know, tell me about it. But I think it would be cool. I think it would be cool to set up a pie where it was all these. Maybe I should that should be what I should do. I got an idea. I'm gonna reach out to M1 and see if I can get a Keith's pie on there or something like that. I don't know. That would be kind of cool. I don't think that would ever happen, but who knows? It's worth a try, right? I think that they should have like an employee pie or something like that, where whatever the employees own goes into the pie, and that's what by percentage or whatever, and that's what people buy. I think that would be a kind of cool ETF as well, or just like a pie, not ETF, pie. My bad. 10 cents for a dividend. Yes. Yes. That would be my kind of idea. I got to write that down because I will forget when the IRA comes, when I get it all transferred over. Pie. Alrighty, cool. Well, I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up right there. It's a little bit earlier than normal, so that way everybody can get to bed, or if you're staying up, you can stay up and get on with your merry, merry way. I will see you all tomorrow, same time, same place. Hopefully you guys have been enjoying the little bit earlier stream as I continue to try to get it earlier and earlier and earlier. My investing strategy is drinking moonshine and eating nachos with gush and gestures and randomly picking a new stock to purchase. On M1, you can create a pie with all those REITs in it. I had one with 40, but decided the daily dividends would create a tax nightmare. I could only imagine. So, anyways, guys, it's been real. Thanks for joining. Thanks for coming over. Thanks for chilling. Thanks for hanging out. Be sure to check the video tomorrow where I cover whether it's a better idea for you to make a $20 investment every day of the week or $100 once a week. I look forward to it. I think it's going to be a very fun video. And then also the one that I recorded today is very fun. It's about Acorns Later coming out, basically, and that's it. So be on the lookout for those, and I will see you guys tomorrow as we push forward into the weekend for the release of the silver on Saturday. And then next week on Monday, next week on Tuesday, I'll have my giveaway announcement winner as well. So be on the lookout for both of those. As always, thank you for watching. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you guys later.